Okay, so even though this is a formal definition of subtraction, we would actually show our students to add the opposite approach. So we would just define that to be a minus b is the same as a plus a negative b, and just be done with it. But it's okay to look at the formal. So going back to our two examples, 3 minus 10 would translate to 3 plus a negative 10, in which case we can hopefully generate the negative 7. And negative 2 minus 10 would become negative 2 plus a negative 10. And then we can hopefully see concretely that becomes a negative 12. Okay, so I just want to take a minute and work a couple of sort of algebraic examples of this. So let me kind of give you the two that I want to do with you. So we can kind of talk through this whole add the opposite idea. Okay, so the first one says the opposite of b minus c. So using this add the opposite approach, I would translate that to be b plus a negative c. And then I want the opposite of each of those. So the opposite of b is negative b, plus, and the opposite of a negative c is a positive c. Okay, and so that's what our little expression would simplify down to. This is a subtract b plus c. So with a subtract b plus c, well, I would translate that into a plus the opposite of b, which is negative b, plus the opposite of c, which is negative c. And then I could simplify that down even further, because that really means a minus b minus c. Okay, so just a word of caution about, now that we've introduced integers and have all those rules at our disposal, we want to be a little careful with order of operations, in that we don't make a misunderstanding because it's true for certain types of numbers and it's not true for this one. So let me start with this idea. Is this commutative? So can I switch places? And the answer is nope. One time I get 2, the other one I get negative 2. Clearly not the same, so I don't have the ability to switch the numbers back and forth. Okay. What about associative? So if I have 3 numbers that involve subtraction, can I do it in any order? Can I pick the ones that I subtract first and still end up with the same answer? Well, on the left side, I have 3 minus 15, so that's negative 12, minus 8, so I get negative 20. On the right side, I get 3 minus, in this case it's 15 minus 8, so that's 7, and I get negative 4. Those clearly don't match. So subtraction is not associative, and it's not commutative. So in other words, order does matter. How you see the numbers is how you go about actually working them out. You can't manipulate the order around as you can with addition. If you switch it to addition, now we're different, because addition is commutative. But as far as subtraction goes, with the negative sign, we can't do it that way.